Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Leicester City 0, Everton 2. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to see Everton win away. Hey! Yeah, that was cringy, don't care, it's Christmas and we won. We won an away game, keeping a clean sheet. Tom Davies and Mason Holgate on the pitch. It must be Christmas. What a win. Fantastic. Just when you thought Everton were going to try and do what they normally do, which is ruin Christmas a little bit, give you that little pick-up. Got up this morning still reeling from the George Michael news. George, grew up with you. I didn't grow up with him, I'm not his mate, but you know what I mean, he grew up. That was really, really sad yesterday, and Everton have just picked me up again and reminded me that sometimes the boss. The team, I've tried to stay off Twitter a little bit over the last few days, just step away from it. So I put it on to have a look at the team news around 2 o'clock or whatever it was. Seeing Holgate starting, that was a nice bonus. Was a bit surprised to see Morales come in, not going to lie. Lennon in there. Gareth Barry we knew would come straight back into the side, but good to see Tom Davies on the bench. And I think the first half, we didn't start particularly well, but we kept them at bay. I suppose it was quite an evenly matched contest in the first half, with both teams being absolutely garbage in the final third, let's be honest. The pair of them was shocking up until that final third, weren't they? Everton had, I think they finished the half at 68% possession. We had a lot of the ball. It looked a little bit, to me, a bit Martinez type of having all the ball, doing a little passing sideways, but no clue really going forward. And we'd get so far up the pitch and then it just break down. And, you know, Lukaku was just horribly isolated again. Just this system, it was just a bit strange to me because obviously the way he'd lined up, we had Holgate, Williams and Funes Mori as the back three. So Baines and Coleman therefore give you width. So it didn't really make sense in that first half to have Morales and Lennon further on from Coleman and Baines, because it just looked like we had 3 defenders and then we had 4 players, you know, 2 on each wing with the 3 defenders and then 2 players in midfield, and Ron was just isolated. So how close is my hand? When Lennon was asked to come in and try and be busy in the middle, it made no sense. So everyone, him and Morales would tend to come inside and it'd be bunched up. Ron would be on his own further up. They'd be inside supposedly supporting him. But it was just a cluster of players. And I don't know, it didn't work because it took us something like 43 minutes to have any kind of attempt near the goal. And it was a Funes Mori header that went over the bar. For Leicester, they in the first half, they were trying to be a little bit more direct, but they had a couple of shots, you know, one from Gray, which Joel saved. But again, they looked short of confidence and struggling. You know, they missed Mahrez, Vardy, in that, you know, the attack and flair of those 2 players, and it showed. So we went in at half time, 0-0. We nearly scored. Well, say we nearly scored. We had half a chance right on half time. A lovely little passing move. Baines has a shot, cuts across it, and Morales sliding in is a whisker away from getting a connection on it. So we go in at the break 0-0. You're thinking, got to change this, can't leave. I was looking at it thinking, we can't leave that same personnel. We need to pull maybe Lennon or Morales off and put Tom Davies in the middle and try and get someone else in that middle of the park, because A, no one was close to Rom. B, they were busier than we were. Obviously, Gareth Barry is good on the ball, but he's not someone who's busy. He's not quick to get around the pitch. But listen, Koeman changed it at half time. He went back to a more conventional 4-4-2 almost. He pushed Seamus Coleman onto the right side of midfield. Lennon went onto the left, and Morales went and played closer to Ron down the middle. And it looked, all of a sudden, it looked so much better. We were more comfortable. We looked like we knew what we were doing a little bit more. And we get the goal. And it shows you kind of how non-productive we've been, because Joel is now one of our top assisters with 1. So But anyway, it's a long ball down the pitch. They should deal with it. Really bad goal for them to concede. But Morales does really well, takes a nice touch, goes across Morgan so he can't touch him, and just smashes it via a deflection beyond Schmeichel. And that's what Morales has got. Up until that point, he'd been non-existent, but that's what he's got. He's got that little bit of quality sometimes. He doesn't do it enough, doesn't shoot enough. But I suppose, when you look at him, he's not a wide player. That pace that he had when he first came seems to have gone, and he looks better, more centrally now. He's more of a clever player, but I'm not sure about him. But he took his goal well, and that gave us a little bit of a platform. We looked a little bit more of a threat. We still have got to create chances for Lukaku. He's still on his own, isolated. But I thought Rom had a good game. I thought Seamus Coleman, who I've been critical of this season, I thought was excellent today as well. I thought he was really good. So, from that, they had to make changes. They brought Mahrez on, they brought Uchu on, or however you say it. It's all over, don't care. Call him whatever you want. But he came on, and he was trying to go long and be physical. Slimani was backing in. And a couple of times there was a couple of hairy moments, and I thought Joel done really well anticipating stuff, came for crosses. I mean, Olowe, Uchu, whatever you want to call him, nearly scored with his first touch. Holgate has allowed him to pull off him a little bit, and that's something Mason's got to learn. But I thought, on the whole, Holgate was excellent. So, yeah, we kind of weathered a little bit of a storm and grew into it again, and then we have that moment when Rom breaks through and he crosses. You see Garner, and he slides it across to him to make it 2-0, and he inexplicably puts it over the bar, and you're looking and thinking, there's 10 minutes left. That was the moment to kill the game, and you've put it over. And you'd always hope that them moments don't come back to bite you, and they have done this season, to be fair. And generally, just being an Evertonian, you'd always think that, and then it does. But today, the defence, Ashley Williams, I thought was excellent today, and everybody done the job. Everyone made sure we got bodies in, and I thought Tom Davies. He put Tom Davies on after an hour. Gareth Barry was looking tired. Tom Davies came on. And me and Ped bang on about him. And, a couple of the naysayers we put in the comments, and he's not ready, and he's this, that, and the other. He's just proved today he is ready. He came on. We were 1-0 up, away from home at the champions. They're strong in the centre of the park. He got in, he got it down. He had a couple of shots. He won headers. He put tackles in. The kid belongs in that first team, as far as I'm concerned. And when you need legs, you need youth in there. And that is what he brings. And he's clever, and he's strong, and he doesn't care. And his hair's boss. Now he's just grown a little angry beard to go with his semi-ket head. Socks don't quite come up all the way up past his calves. How can you not have that in the team all the time? How? Be ashamed of yourself if you don't want that in every week. But I thought he was brilliant. Really, really worked hard, done well. Ross came on and went wide, and I thought Ross done well. He carried the ball for us. He looked composed. And it was him, people accuse him of not wanting 50-50s. Well, that one at the end, he wanted it more than Danny Simpson in our box. And he ends up going through it, puts his foot through the ball, and then Rom goes into beast mode. Shows what Rom has got. When he's up for it, when he's strong and he wants to knock people about. And he just shrugs Morgan off, gets across him, and then you're thinking, step inside, running at players. They were terrified, backed off, comes in, slotted in the bottom corner. 100 grand a week as quickly as you can. Thank you very much. Get that contract signed. And it's a brilliant goal. And that's what Lukaku is at his best. There's the other stuff when he's not busy enough and he's not strong enough sometimes. When he's doing that, there's no answer to it. That's 10 for the season. You can't argue. All the people who are saying, get him out and all that. How do you replace that? We gave him one chance today, and it was in the 90th. In fact, it wasn't a chance, was it? He got one sight of goal today in the 91st minute, and he done what he can do better than anybody else in our team. And that's why we need to get players round him. We need to buy. The transfer window's open next week. We need to get the pie. We need to get Gabbiadini, if that's who it is. We need to get Schneiderlin. We need to improve this team quickly, get players around him and watch him flourish. And then hopefully he'll see us flourishing and everything will go forward. If not, it'll just make him better and his value will go up, and then we'll have to bring others in. But let's get some decent players around him. Let him walk out the door, and we haven't given ourselves the best opportunity of using him. I feel the same about Barkley. The better players he has playing with him, the better he'll do. Anyway, everybody else, we defended well, and that was the kind of game that it's just an important away victory. Go away to the champions, win 2-0, keep a clean sheet, I don't care whether they're up and down the season. I'm not bothered. They spanked Man City 4-2 last time out there. So, listen, a delightful win. Made up with the 3 points. It was a tough win. I don't think we've never won at the King Power, have we? So, a big win again there. And we go on now. We go on to Friday night against Hull. It'll be another tough game. It'll be another game. Maybe we're going to have to mix it. But, 26 points with 7th spot at the moment. About right. And we're going into that critical. If we could win at Hull and beat Southampton at home, 32 points going into the new year, into the transfer market for the second half of the season, I think we'd be really, really well placed, to have a good go at that. It's maybe 6th spot, I don't know, but we'd certainly be up where we need to be if we're trying to attract better players and trying to kick this on. Because January's a big month, especially with losing Ghana to the African nations. That's going to be a big miss. But then again, if Davies can get in and we can bring Schneiderlin in, then, it's up to other players to step up. But it's all about today. We've won the game. Hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. Even all the Reds who aren't obsessed but like to come and watch our stuff and have been wishing us a very, I don't know, they obviously can't spell merry because none of it says merry. But I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. Today has made it that much better, seeing Everton win. I put this on at 2:30 to try and bring us some luck, so that will be getting brought out again on Friday. If it wins, I'll get it washed and I'll wear it at Goodison on Monday against Southampton. But enjoy the rest of your Christmas holiday. Me and Ped will be getting together to do the final word. We'll see if we can drag anyone out of there drunk and stupid to come and join us on the city as well. I've been Baz. Catch you next time on Toffee TV. Enjoy the rest of the Christmas holidays. See you later. One more thing to say. Get in, Tom Davis. See you later.